Hello, this is Gregor. I'm an author and a neurotransformational life coach. When you commit to something for yourself, do you keep your word to yourself? Can you count on yourself every time you give your word? Say, I'm going to do that. Do you do it? I do. Wasn't always like that. It was a long journey to get here. Probably only took me about 30 years to get here. What is your relationship with your personal integrity? Your ability to keep your word with yourself. Let's pause there. I want to move on to a second principle. When you commit to doing something for someone else or with someone else, let's just say you're meeting your friend for dinner at your favorite restaurant, do you show up? I bet you show up 99% of the time. I bet you keep your word and you show up and you have a great time with your friend. Sure, sometimes you're sick, you have to reschedule. Sure, sometimes you get stuck in traffic and you're 15 minutes late, but you let them know. Your kindness, your generosity, your love for that person that you scheduled that appointment with guided you. Your shame guided you to give them a text. Hey, I'm 15 minutes late. Hey, I'm not feeling well. Let's reschedule for next Wednesday. Do you see the love and the care you give to others when you make a commitment? That second principle I'll call treating yourself like a best friend. Oh, I think I see where he's going with this. If you're like me and you struggle with personal integrity for at least 30 years, you can't count on yourself to keep your word with anything about you. What's going on there? Is your best friend a more valuable human being than you? No. We're the same. We're equal. We're just beautiful human beings on this planet, equally worthy of love. So why is it that 99 or 100% of the time you keep showing up for your loved ones? You don't leave them high and dry. You don't leave them wondering, why didn't you show up? Why didn't you communicate with me that you were going to be late? Or you just showed up. Why do you almost always show up with love and grace and kindness and compassion and show up or communicate why you couldn't? So that person still feels cared for and appreciated. Why do we struggle with giving that same level of care and compassion to ourselves when we make a promise for ourselves to do something for us? Right? Tomorrow I'm going to go pick up my prescription. Next week I'm going to smog the car. Tonight I'm going to start a new habit. Whatever it is, how in the world is that any less of a promise than one we give to another human being? I don't have the answers. I'm going to just throw out an idea. Well, with a friend, my shame kicks in if I even consider bailing on them. My shame as an emotion guides me and says, hey, that wouldn't be fair. That doesn't, don't do that. Communicate with them or just show up, right? There's only the two options. So why doesn't our shame kick in with ourselves?
Because
Whew, I don't know. Maybe you know. I don't know. I don't know the answer to that. And why did I start this video saying I've somehow gained ground, I've gained traction, I've gained the practice of keeping my word to myself in the last 5 or 10 years? Well, I don't know the answer. I never targeted it directly, but I know that in the last 10 years I've been working on my self-worth. I've been practicing acts of self-esteem, and here I am living a life where I keep my word to myself most of the time or all the time. I don't know, I don't keep track. But it's nothing like what I experienced 30 years ago, where I couldn't count on myself for anything. I mean, gosh. Oh. And I had no idea what was going on. If any of this resonates with you, can you leave in the comments that amazing gap between how you treat other people and how you treat yourself around keeping your word, your integrity with others versus your personal integrity? Throw a comment in. If this video was helpful, please give it a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. Please share this with your network on social media. Thank you for watching.